most ironically, the kindness shown to me at times during my 7-year involvement in hate groups by people who I had claimed to hate. Now, I've lived to make people mad. In fact, at one point I had a swastika tattooed on my middle finger here. Specifically, so when people came up to me and said, "What, are you a skinhead? You don't like black people?" I'd say, "Yeah. What are you going to do about it?" That's why I got that tattoo. Right about the same time I got that tattoo, I had quit school after sophomore year. I thought I was very smart doing that. Found myself working in a t-shirt factory, 40 hours a week, third shift. And I ate ramen noodles all night so I could spend more, or all week so I could spend more money drinking. Except on payday, I would get a Big Mac. And that was like a huge feast. That was a big deal to get a Big Mac. I crack up to this day when I drive by McDonald's and I really don't want a Big Mac, but I remember there was a time in my life when that was like, oh, can't wait till Wednesday to get that Big Mac. It's gonna be awesome. So on payday, my friend would come pick me up, I'd give him gas money, he'd take me to the liquor store, we'd get a bunch of beer, and then we'd go to McDonald's. Get a Big Mac for me, I didn't buy him a Big Mac, I was splurging, it's payday. The first time I walked into this McDonald's, taking my order, was a very kindly old black woman who had this beautiful, genuine smile for everyone who walked into that McDonald's. Unconditionally. Didn't matter who you were, white, black, young, old, neo-Nazi skinhead. She had that smile for everyone who walked in. Now when I first walked in and I saw her smiling at me and she very nicely asked me how I was doing that day and what I'd like to eat, it made me very uncomfortable. I'm trying to hate black people. Here's this very nice old lady being nice to me. If she would have been mean to me, then that would have validated all the nonsense I was involved with. She was not only not mean, she was genuinely compassionate and happy to see me. So I just kind of got my Big Mac and scurried out of there. Didn't think about it again. Went back the next week. She's there again. This time she recognizes me. "Oh, how you doing, baby? It's good to see you again. You have a Big Mac tonight? How was your day at work?" And I'm like, just have my Big Mac, please. Get my Big Mac, went slinking out of there. Between that payday and the next payday, I got that swastika tattoo. And I didn't really think about it, because obviously I wasn't thinking about anything or anyone, but being hateful and violent and drinking beer hurt the people. But when I walked into McDonald's this next time, and I saw her sitting there, I'm like, oh man, I don't want her to see this tattoo. It was like I was going up to my grandma's house or something. So I walked up there like this, and I'm like, yeah, it's me again, hi. Okay, yeah, I know. Can I have a Big Mac, please? And she's being as nice as ever, and as I go to pay her, I'm trying to pay her like this so she doesn't see my finger. But she saw it, and she looked at me with a look that was a little bit sad, but it was much more concerned. It was very genuine. And she looked at me and she said, "What is that in your finger?" And rather than say, "Oh, it's a swastika because I don't like black people," I said, "It's nothing. Can I have my Big Mac, please?" And she looked at me again and she said, "I know that's not it. You're a better person." And I went scurrying out of there and I never went back. Because there was nothing more terrifying to a white power skinhead than someone treating them with kindness. Now, that act of kindness didn't change me on the spot, nor did many other acts of kindness that happened during my time in my involvement in hate groups. But those acts of kindness did plant a seed in my heart that took root and sprouted and began to grow despite my best efforts to choke it out, to the point where it took more and more energy for me to have the kind of hatred necessary to hate people. It made it more and more difficult for me to treat other human beings like they weren't human.